Hey guys, this is Jacob Wirka filling in again for Pastor Nat on Win the Day. Today we'll be looking at how we can tame our tongue. Way back in high school, I enjoyed performing the classic Disney play, Beauty and the Beast. In the show, I got to play everyone's favorite character, Gaston. Gaston is such a great villain because he's so good at being bad. If you're familiar with the story, you know that in the beginning, the Beast is ugly on the outside, whereas Gaston is outwardly attractive. But by the end of the show, we come to understand that the true Beast is Gaston. He's the one whose heart is filled with an uncontrollable evil. This is a powerful illustration of how the uncontrollable, beast-like nature of evil naturally resides in all sinful human hearts. James continues explaining this idea of evil in today's passage, James chapter 3, verses 7 and 8. In the verses immediately before this, James has used several powerful illustrations to show how the human tongue and the words that we speak have unbelievable power, even though the tongue is such a small and seemingly insignificant part of our bodies. The tongue is so powerful that it can unleash a wildfire of evil that can hurt us and others around us. In chapter 3, verse 6, James has told us that the very source of evil from our tongues is hell itself. James continues to flush out this idea as we read today's verses 7 and 8, which say, "For every kind of beast and bird, of reptile and sea creature can be tamed and has been tamed by mankind. But no human being can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil, full of deadly poison." Here, James compares the human tongue to all types of beasts. I believe this calls our attention back to creation itself. In Genesis 1, as we're told that God set humans apart as His image bearers. Part of our responsibility is to have dominion over and control all of the many wild animals all around us. Now, every time I go to the zoo, I'm amazed at how powerful human beings are. They can make horses jump fences, make bears go through hoops, and even train whales to do flips on command. Yet James tells us of a more powerful beast that we cannot tame: our tongue. Again, looking at this language, James says that this evil tongue is restless, continually looking for opportunities to pour out evil words that can cause problems. James is telling us that our tongues possess power through our words to unleash a type of deadly poison. Now, as we look at Scripture, I believe that this poison is the poison of sin, the poison that infects our hearts and convinces us that we are greater than God and that we don't need to submit to Him. As we think back to the garden, in Genesis 3, we think about poison. It makes me also think about a snake. Satan came in the form of a serpent, and he didn't physically attack Eve. He didn't bite into her or use his fangs to unleash poison. He used only words. With words alone, he planted in Eve's heart and in her mind an untamable evil that caused humanity to hate the Creator that we were made to love. This is now the deadly poison of sin and rebellion that our own tongue seeks to unleash with every word. This leaves us with the hard question: what hope can we have if the evil of our tongues is untamable? This is where we need to notice that in verse 8, James tells us that no human being can tame the tongue, but God can. God has the power to change our hearts and transform us so that our tongue no longer utters evil poison, but instead our tongues might be used to speak words of truth, to bring peace, and to proclaim the unmatched power of the gospel. God alone holds the power to tame the beast that is our evil tongues.